motion, paddling with no question. I'm in the right direction. I'm into this ocean.
Hello.
Traveling in slow motion.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Meet the Shoe. I'm Sade,
And I'm Nina.
and we're going to have some great stories for you guys. We're a podcast to tell real life stories, and those stories from the underdog turn into a super dog, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Turn into a big
dog. We have our ups and downs in life and overcome those obstacles. Many of us are entrepreneurs, higher up in a career ladder now, and so we just like to tell those stories about those people that are doing great things in the community, in other communities.
Right.
So today we will be talking about a couple different things,
Breast cancer.
breast cancer awareness. But first, we would like to give a big thanks to our people that donated to Meet the Shoe. We will be having our Christmas program again. Last year was our first annual Christmas program, and me and Danina, adopted 20 families,
Yep.
in which we went and bought the toys. Everything the child asked for, we pretty much gave it to him, no matter how much it cost. I think we did a lot of wanted games, and a couple of teenagers, they're like 16 and 17, so they want gym shoes and stuff like that. So we felt it in our hearts to get that to them, because a lot of times with Christmas Anonymous and other Christmas programs, Angel Tree, in the prison system, they just give you certain things, and it's like some things they don't too much care for.
What they don't want.
Yeah, what they don't want. So, and it was a blessing last year because it was kind of cold some days, and we went to those people's house and dropped their gifts off. And if there's some of you guys looking, I know some of you guys are my friend, please give a big ups, you know what I'm saying? Let everybody know this ain't fake, this is real thing. We just love to give, and we always been giving, which we're going to start off because we was going to talk about this later. Right. Yesterday was National Be Kind, be good to someone day. Mm-hmm. So yesterday, I didn't know that was what it was, but I did pay for coffee for somebody, a couple people behind me, extra $20, and it wasn't nothing, but I didn't think about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just be kind and be nice to someone every day, all day. You know what I'm saying? If that's your type of person, that's our character. We always do that, stuff for people. So we never think about it. But
so you gave one of your clients, or
no? It was, I ordered my coffee like I usually, which I do it a lot. I'll just say, here's the extra 20, pay for the next people behind me. I don't know how many I buy, whatever. I don't know what the next person ordered. So caribou, that's what I do sometimes. So it's fun, and it's always nice to have a nice hot coffee to keep you going.
Right. I did that like a week ago. So I was in line at Caribou. Mm-hmm. I ordered my stuff. And when I get to the window, the lady goes, "Oh, you're done. You're good. Have a nice day." I said, "What?"
Right.
So I'm handing her my $10 bill out, and then I'm expecting a change.
Right.
She's like, "No, the person in front of you paid your bill." I said, "Okay." So I didn't think about it at the time. I'm like, "Oh, wow, thank you."
Isn't that nice?
Like that, right? Yeah, no, October 5th is National Be Nice Day. So,
okay.
When the next time I went, I paid the person's tab behind me, because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to keep it going.
Mm-hmm. Keep it going.
But I didn't do that.
That's okay.
I know I felt a little guilty about it later, but I didn't. But the next time I went, I did it.
That's good.
It always helps that, because you don't never know what the person's going through. Usually, a person is when they're in line to get some food or to get coffee, like we do. It could be their last $5, because you're gonna spend at least $5 to get you some good coffee.
$5.60.
Yeah. $5.60 is it?
Another nice thing I've done before. I walked down the street, so I was at the grocery store, and I saw a lady. I was like, "That outfit looks really nice on you. You look very beautiful today."
Right.
And she said, "Oh, thank you." She looked bewildered, so I kept on shopping and stuff like that. I'm getting ready to leave, and she's leaving in the other lane, and she was saying, "You know what? That really uplifted me today, because I was feeling really bad." I said, "Oh my God!" So I got to talking to her, and you know what I'm saying, we got to talking about God and stuff. And I'm like, I'm glad that made you feel good, because it made me feel good to even do it. I didn't, just talking to people. I just like talking to people anyway.
Right.
So
Right. Yeah, that's
and
why you got a podcast,
she was
right?
happy. You know, it made her feel good. So yeah.
So it's naturally in you as you being a beautician to talk and speak and ask questions and be kind and nice. Anyway.
Social butterfly.
Yeah, that's right. So, okay, let's get into breast cancer.
Yes.
So, you know, when you think of breast cancer, awareness is always for the month, right?
Right.
And so I'm like, wow, how come there's never a day? So when
Just
I was
one
doing
day.
research on breast cancer, right, looking at the different types and, you know, how women and men, because I didn't know until recently that men have breast cancer too.
Yes.
I always thought that it was just a woman thing, but it's males have it too. And so I found out that breast cancer day is the third Friday. Now it's not a date,
It's
but
one
it's
day.
usually the day, the third Friday in October.
Okay.
That's the day that they celebrate it, right?
All right.
And then Queensland women, I guess it was 4,600 of them that have breast cancer, and gynecologist.
Gynecologist.
Gynecological cancer. And they come together in support of it and bring awareness to breast cancer on the 28th.
Oh,
so
nice.
they do theirs on the 28th of the month.
Okay.
So different chapters of people that have that network together in different states, you know, they pick their different events on and when they're going to do it.
Oh, okay.
And so it's not a particular time or like date that they choose, but those were two different chapters of women that, you know, they picked different, the Queen's women.
Okay.
And different, I guess, breast cancer versus the gynecological cancer. So even though there's a numerous, you know, of cancers, like because isn't prostate cancer is for purple, right? I thought that was for after.
Men. I think it's purple. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I have to make sure.
Yeah, prostate is purple for men. So it's like different cancers have different colors of what they represent.
Like red is for heart problems, but that's not a cancer. But everybody have a color.
A color from a different
color coded
disease or you know, sickness that they're
battling.
That they're battling. And in 2018, 18.1 million new cases of cancer had arose in 2018.
Okay.
And 9.5 million cancer-related deaths were for that year, right? And so now they predict that by 2040, the number of new cases per year will be 29.5 million, and the number of cases of cancer-related deaths will be 16.4 million.
Oh, wow.
So
that's a lot.
I think that you know, they give us, they say, get a mammogram.
Yes.
Do a self-check in the shower.
Shower or laying down, like a breast examining your breast.
Right.
And circular motion and see if you have any lumps and stuff.
Right.
Some preventative measures.
Also,
you can take it home.
Another way that they say to prevent cancer, now this is uterine cancer, is to continue to get pap smears. But
at a certain age, we can only get it, every 3 to 5 years
I was just going to, that's it. Because why I don't understand why they would wait. Used to be once a year.
Right.
That you would get a pap smear, right? You do a yearly physical, and, you know, you will make sure that you don't have any precancerous cells.
Right.
Because that can develop into full-blown cancer. The women that haven't caught it ahead of time, they usually have an issue later on in life that they could have resolved
within
when they were younger. Now, they say that, they used to always say all the time that you would get uterine cancer. You could develop it. Usually it was either hereditary or you develop it by having sex young, right?
Oh,
a lot of women that had sex started having kids and having sex young at a young age. They were developing, precancerous cells, which they later didn't catch and then developed into uterine cancer. Yeah, so.
And then a lot of that number that you mentioned, it may be a little bit more now.
Okay.
Due to the fact the hospitals weren't taking in, because of COVID, taking in any clients for surgery or any exams. They weren't doing anything, for probably 6 or 8 months?
Yeah, 6 or 8 months. So you
wasn't
basically
even having
have
a
to take
doctor's
care of
appointment.
yourself.
Yeah. And even the people that did have was getting chemo or radiation.
Yeah.
I think they were pretty limited. I think they were doing stuff at home, as far as the doctor coming into the home and doing radiation. Some places it's some kind of pill they were taking, but it's just, I don't know. It's just weird. I mean, yeah.
You think that in the future, being as though there's so much of no person-to-person interaction, that's still limited, right?
Yes,
due to COVID.
Yes.
Do you think that there will be more doctors coming to your home?
Probably not even that.
What about
probably
the
not
people
even
that
that
can't afford it?
Right. The insurance, no, right. It's probably not even that, because a lot of people are scared to even go to the doctor. They're having an appointment. They're not making appointments. They're not going to see about their health.
Most of the people
well-being.
most of the people that are going to the doctor, it's like a have to.
Exactly.
It's like you're hesitant to even be in this close space because doctors are even, like, I just had a blood pressure check with my doctor, just like every 3 month to 6 month checkup, and it was via Duo.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so I didn't even go. I have my own blood pressure pump at home, but they are allowing you to talk to them. It's like the doctor virtual talk to you for your appointment versus you actually going in. I kind of sort of like that better. I would rather, if has to be something really wrong, I would want to go in and have them check. But if there's not, it's really like, what can they do? It's basically like, if you're not doing your own self-check, then you're allowing somebody else to dictate what's going on. It's like they say you at least ask 3 people, right? So it's no difference, I guess, with the doctors, of course, because they're the specialists, right? And they tell you basically what's going to go on in your life after you give them the information, though. So it's not like you're going in and they tell you. Sometimes you go in and they tell you something that you magically didn't know already.
Right.
But if you're already feeling bad or you're already having some type of symptom, then you basically already are aware there's something wrong.
So there's less than 1% of men that get breast cancer.
Okay.
So one that stuck out to me was Edward Brooks.
Okay.
First African American man to ever have breast cancer.
Wow.
And he was diagnosed in 2002.
Okay.
So yeah,
that was the first time ever.
First ever African American man. I don't know if ever.
Because usually men get prostate, and I dealt with hands-on of my stepdad having that, and he before he passed on, he didn't know about it.
Right.
He didn't know about it until I say like 3 years.
Okay. And do you know what stage he was in?
He said that he was at stage 4 when he found out. But he said that he had thought something, just didn't want to go check. And it was in his family. Right. And so, that's how he chose to deal with it. But just watching him, the things he went through and, suffered through dealing with prostate cancer was really sad to just sit there and watch, because he was a kind, giving, respectful person. Everybody liked and loved him. And to watch him struggle with him not being able to do for people, that was his heart. for him, he wanted to always help. And so for him not to help the way that he normally could, that was a struggle for him to just watch him go through that on top of him in pain, that was real hard to watch.
Yes.
Have you ever had to care for anybody or know anybody personally that?
Well, my father had a form of blood cancer, which was like a leukemia.
Okay.
And then my grandmother had breast cancer herself. So she found out when she was 73, somewhere around that age. And, she lost her left breast. And after that, she was okay. She lived, and she just passed away last November 2017, not related to any cancer or anything like that.
Okay.
So it's a terrible disease to have.
I just know that they say that it's painful, when and a lot of people say that marijuana
helps
them feel better.
Yeah, it kind of numbs you a little bit.
Yeah, it helps them, and it helps them eat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
some people that can eat. Yeah.
It soothes the pain, and it helps them with their appetite, because they don't have an appetite when they're, I guess going through chemo. So that was one of the things, just listening to different stories of people that have either cared for patients that have, or family members that have had cancer. That was one of the things that stood out the most was marijuana.
So, guys, just, with breast cancer, just make sure you take care of yourself. Other preventative measures to do is exercise, weight loss.
Weight loss, yeah.
Maintaining weight loss, a healthy diet. And that can kind of help you not
get cancer.
That's what they're saying.
Oh,
so
wow. I need to run around
healthy. Okay, girl, look.
a million times.
Look, I was thinking of like do the robot around a gym or somewhere.
Okay,
so like,
not be so
just
lazy,
staying healthy,
about anything.
So moving forward, we have another story, and this could be the worst nightmare for any parent to live with, and to just have it concealed and hold it in for long. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about Kierra Coles. She's a post. She worked for the post office. She was a mail carrier in Chicago.
Okay.
And she was in the Chatham neighborhood.
Okay. Is that a good neighborhood?
No.
No?
No, not really. But anyway, she's been missing since October 2018.
Okay.
So her mother finally spoke some months ago, and she's not letting down now. She's going to speak about it until they find her daughter. She's been missing almost 3 years now.
Well, there's a reward for a $46,000 reward.
Yes, it is. So when her mother, what is her name? Her mother's name is Karen Phillips. Karen Phillips came out to expose the police department.
In
Chicago Police Department, which they had told her not to say anything and keep her mouth closed from the news about her daughter missing. So they did find surveillance around the neighborhood, the path that she delivered mail. So in that time, her mother just didn't feel nothing. She just didn't feel that was her daughter in that video. So she kept on, she just had that mother instinct, and she went to the detective and said, "This is not my daughter.
Right.
This picture, she's looks shorter, and this is not her." They were telling her that was her daughter.
That they found?
They didn't find her. They just saw surveillance of her working after the missing case or so forth. But
so they
when
tried to tell her that she was still living after she came up missing?
Girl, it's a lot of discrepancy, but from what she's saying,
she was 28 years old, lived
young,
on her own, and she was pregnant.
So let me get to the story, though.
Oh, okay.
She said that the detectives told her not to say anything to the reporters about anything that's going on. So she stayed quiet for 2 years.
Did she say why?
They just told her they didn't want her to mess up the investigation.
So was there something that they knew that she didn't know?
I'm not sure, but it has went cold. They have not found her yet, and the boyfriend, Josh Simmons, she had a boyfriend. They were dating for 6 years.
Okay.
But within the 6 years, he was dating someone else as well and had
wow.
children with that woman.
Okay.
So Karen mentioned that her daughter and that woman got to a fight before.
Okay.
And she's just under speculation maybe something is fishy.
Okay.
Something's not adding right. Because the night that they did find surveillance of Kierra, Kierra went to the nearest ATM.
Okay.
They saw this on video, withdrew $400
Whoa.
and handed it over to Josh.
And she
gave him the
never
money.
And
after
was
that,
seen again?
and never seen again.
Oh, wow.
Never seen again after that.
And that was her baby father.
Yes, and that was the father of the unborn child she had. And when you think about it, you're like, now, something foul play had to have happened because
Right.
by now she would have had a baby.
So what is
somebody
Josh-
would have had the baby and stuff. So Josh claiming he didn't know where she was, or that's his statement.
Okay.
He don't know. No, he just got the money from her, and they went their separate ways. But in the same case, right now, Josh is not living in Chicago anymore. He's living in Louisiana with the
New baby, the old baby mom.
the other
Okay.
children and living as a happy family.
Okay.
So the mother's like, why don't you know what I'm saying? I would say that. I mean, you don't have any. You've been dating my daughter for 6 years,
Right.
and you won't even call, won't answer the police phone calls or anything like that. Nobody really know where you're at. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Basically,
Right.
and you're not even calling me and saying feeling bad, and it's the anniversary, another 3rd year,
Right.
saying I don't know. You
Yeah.
would have some kind of contact with her mother like you've been having.
Intuition wise, mom feels something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as a parent, you always feel when there's something fishy going on,
Yeah.
right? So as the mom is sitting there grieving, she's not understanding why he doesn't feel her pain, especially being as though, like you said, he had been with her for 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, had the mom ever felt any kind of
Abuse going on before?
no, not just abuse, just it sensed anything during the 6 years. Like,
No,
did she say anything?
within them 6 years, she said he was just
He was perfect.
perfect guy, respectable.
Oh, wow.
I mean, just, it's weird. She
Yeah.
said he was not didn't seem anything out of character that she would have thought at the beginning when he first, before the disappearance, that she would have said, "Oh, I know he did it."
Right.
Yeah, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Something
Okay.
has happened.
Okay.
But now it's been 3 years and she's still gone.
So she's
There's no baby around.
right,
What's going on?
right. Is that her only child?
That would have been her first and only child.
Wow. Yeah. That's different. I mean, I don't know. It's
There's
like,
nobody.
who
And
do
then
you
the police
trust?
department, what are you doing? Are you not really searching? You're not. It has to.
It
Her
seems
body
like-
has to be somewhere.
It seems like she should go to the FBI now.
By now,
Because
yes.
it's 3 years later. If the Chicago Police Department isn't doing anything about it, I mean, I'm pretty sure, just like here in Minnesota, there's a lot of cases that have gone cold, especially with missing Black women, right?
Right.
So it seems as though she should go to the FBI or hire a private investigator. I mean, that would be the only way to turn.
Right.
That would be your only other option.
Well, Instagram is back on. It's going to. Everybody's on Instagram talking about it.
Instagram went from sugar to shit in a matter of hours, huh?
So yes. So
Well, Instagram
Moving
and
on.
Facebook.
Yeah.
And what's up?
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
And I
so
communicate.
WhatsApp is the communication of business entrepreneurs in our country
Yes.
to other countries.
Yes.
Right?
I
And-
talk to my sisters and my mom in Nigeria through WhatsApp
Oh,
and video and
family
everything.
members
Oh
too.
yes,
Okay.
yes. It's free. You don't have to worry about it. You just
Right.
FaceTime everything on WhatsApp.
Really?
Across the country, yeah.
Okay. And the connection, so tell us about
Sometimes the
that experience.
connection sucks because if they're moving around a lot, in Nigeria, internet is not really good.
Okay.
You'll lose reception really quick.
Right.
It's kind of hard over there, but it feels good to even be able to connect from here all the way there without, calling on the phone, paying $100 on the phone call. 'Cause
Wow.
that bill can be expensive.
Right.
Girl, I went to Nigeria and used my phone. I don't know what I was thinking, 'cause I was missing my kids, so I called once a day. But I wasn't on the phone long, probably 5 minutes. Girl,
and it was $100.
I come home, baby, and I wait 2 weeks. The bill was
roaming
$700-800 just for
Yeah.
them 2 days of calling. I
Yeah.
said, baby, y'all better take this phone, because look, y'all got to do something, because I'm not paying this $700. Y'all better put me on a payment plan.
Right.
I couldn't believe it. So after that, they told me about WhatsApp. I'm like, okay, that's how we going to communicate, because this would not be on a regular phone.
So tell me, on WhatsApp, right? And you said it's like a Zoom type of, video chat type of thing.
And call.
So
Video
are
chat,
they
call,
able? Do they
and
have
text.
to stay in one place, or can they move? Like with
I
the
think that
with the
no,
phone,
I wouldn't move.
You
with
have
the
to
phone
stay in
there.
one
Yeah,
spot. Okay.
I would. I mean,
Because
you
even
lose reception
sometimes in the United States, you have to stand in a window. Like if you're in a building and there's bad reception, it's best to stand in the building.
Yes. So it went Instagram, all those apps were out for 6 long hours. What did you guys do? I didn't notice it.
I did.
I was at work.
You
was on your. I know you was.
No, because you can even look
stuff.
at your app now, right? And you notice that every update is
Late.
3 days, 1 day, 5 days. I don't have nothing going down my Instagram or Facebook that's new.
Right.
All of the information is from days ago.
Wow.
So every now and then a new story will pop in, but it'll still say 10 hours ago. I would just have seen it, right? I mean, and that's how it's supposed to go when a person uploaded it, right? But usually you see everything from that day. You have so many friends or interact with so many people that your timeline is full. So it's from the current day. I don't
So
care
how many
when
times
you
have
open
you
it.
refreshed your phone? Like, what's going on?
Right, you kept refreshing your phone. Yeah, I
I'm
kept
like
doing that.
looking at the internet box, like, what's going? Pushing buttons, like,
Yeah,
is it green or red? What?
I don't know. I wasn't really worried about it, I guess. But I know people that were waiting on information from somebody. They were losing their mind because
Yes.
majority of the world, especially entrepreneurs, they do all of their work
Business, yeah.
on Facebook or Instagram.
Oh, so I know they lost their
I
mind.
mean, and then everybody was saying, "Oh, you better get you gotta have your websites up. Just communicate through your websites." Well, how do you know that? A person, when they're contacting you through a website, they're contacting you for a question for a product, right? So how are you going to communicate with that?
So that means if anything ever happened with social media, you guys better remember your family member's phone number, your business phone numbers.
Oh, wow.
You better memorize all that. Remember back in the day, we used to memorize numbers like, boop, boop, boop. No,
Right.
come out and
Right.
just say a number.
Right.
Remember that. Remember all your information. You might as well backlog all your pictures, because you never
Because
know.
SoundCloud is not working if the internet is down, right?
I don't think so.
That SoundCloud is your backup. Everybody's
You
SoundCloud
better back up
is,
on an
is
old
backup.
school. Old school style.
Look, you gonna go Cameron, huh?
Right. Look, y'all better.
He
I'm
said
telling
he
you.
got Blackberries and old phones
Man.
and old information for somebody lying. That he gonna come whip
Oh,
it
he
out
got
on
receipts,
you.
real
Yeah,
receipts,
real
the handwritten
receipts.
receipts.
Yeah, so,
Like, this is your signature, isn't it?
yeah, exactly. From 10 years ago, like
Oh
I
my
said
God.
that, I did that. Oh, yeah, that's sad. And that's sad how we depend
On social
on
media.
social media. Like I don't know. I spent about 30 minutes on it yesterday. The day before I was on it for a long time, right? But I wasn't on Facebook or Instagram. I was just on Google.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if Google goes down, it's really gonna be
Oh, it's gonna
lights
be
out
one.
for everybody,
Oh,
right?
it's gonna be
Because
one.
everybody goes to that and YouTube. That's like the number
Yep,
one
You're gonna
thing.
be. Look.
People that don't even have
Look.
a social media go to YouTube and Google. They don't.
So,
They don't.
look,
They don't
yeah.
do Facebook or Instagram.
Google everything.
They
so,
Google
honey,
and they YouTube.
all
so.
I can say is bust out the old maps. What is that?
Nobody ain't
Directions.
pulling out no
Look,
map.
if you need directions and you can't use Google Maps or anything baby, you might as well go and find your way.
Right.
You're gonna be lost in the sauce if you don't got that map.
Right. Or just have a pocket map.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they have little ones now that's the size of a notebook or that can fit in your purse or pocket. So,
God viewers, how do y'all feel? Do you think social media is good or evil?
what a whistleblower said, she said that it's evil.
Yes,
that they
she
sell
did.
all of our information to each other. That the guy Mark he's only worried about dollars.
That's it.
And it's on our backs. Every single thing. And we think that we don't pay for Instagram or Facebook,
it's
but
money.
we do.
You're paying some kind of way because
Yeah,
he's not rich for
all
nothing.
kind of ways. You pay through advertisement. Anything that you purchase. There's not one person that can walk around and not buy anything.
Right.
Toilet paper, toothpaste, all of that.
So
every commercial that goes through there, you done bought.
On that shutdown, how much did he lose? Like $7 billion.
Yeah.
That in that 6 hour time frame.
Yeah. I mean, it's up to the people. I mean, the people make the difference at the end of the day. Everybody. So, can you really go without using it? Can you go without having Instagram or Facebook?
I think if we went back to the old, it would be a withdrawal.
Right.
But since we haven't, we weren't raised on it. We're not millennials.
Right.
They computer and on that social media all the time. It just rules them.
Right.
They don't even make people do in school handwriting, signature. You don't even handwrite anymore.
Right.
I remember back in the day, if we didn't know how to write our name, we got slapped on the hand with a ruler.
Right.
So
right. Well, now they could just
don't mean
look it up.
anything.
Now they could just look it up.
Or they could just type it up. Type your name. That's my name right there.
Right.
No signature, no penmanship. I don't even know how you write your F's.
So the next story is friendship.
Yeah.
Okay, so friendship, Omarion and Lil Fizz had a concert. Business. They've always had a business relationship. Yes. Right? Mm-hmm. And so Lil Fizz apologizes to Omarion for dating April, his ex that he has shares two children with, right? A boy and a girl. And he was with her some time, and if I'm mistaken, she was a part of the dance part of B2K back then.
Yes,
so
back in the day.
She's been with Omarion for a long time. So she's known Fizz on a friendship level from as long as I'm sure that Omarion has, right? And so they're blaming Fizz because they're saying this is your business partner. This is your bro. You've slept in the same house, made money together, all of that. Why weren't you the more loyal one than her? And then they trash her because now she's supposed to be dating Dr. Dre. So she leveled it way up.
She did level up, but
she leveled.
She should have leveled up way before him.
Right, but in her process, she probably had to go through.
I think it was going through a thing. She probably was going through a depressing stage in your life. You usually a lot of times when you do things
to do the homie though,
she was vulnerable.
I
feel she probably was at a vulnerable
state. His brother.
Yeah, but. She must have went through something. There was a deep down breakup with Omarion or whatever happened there. He snaked his way. It's his fault.
No, it's okay. It's her fault too.
Yeah, both of them.
Because she knows better.
Yeah,
you don't date
but
brothers.
I'm glad they kind of.
I know some people that date brothers.
Yeah.
I mean, some people don't have a discretion, and to each his own. Right. The brothers don't mind, I guess.
Right.
And apparently, Omarion and Fizz didn't mind because
They did really good on the stage.
Omarion said that it was genuine, that it was rightfully so. What he
Omarion
did.
has a good heart in the get up anyway.
Right.
You know, he
I think
seems like a pretty good dude.
I think that Fizz does too. It just seems like Fizz just was. It seems like it was like a get back.
Of what? For what?
I don't know.
Or was it just for popularity?
Oh no, because he was already on
Love
and Hip Hop. He was already making money. He's already a part of B2K. He already had a story.
But sometimes you have to bring stuff back to life to make it look like, you know, some new information. You feel me?
Like, I mean, they have their ways of picking creativity with the mess, you know, for these storylines.
Because it would be funny if they never dated. It was just all for show.
Well, she said it seemed though when they had the couples retreat on Love and Hip Hop, it seems as though she was a little upset that he went ghost on her. He ghosted her. He stopped communicating with her and stopped talking to her. And that's what she said. And he was saying that there was a lot going on in his life that he just wanted to let it go. But I think that his guilt got to him.
Yeah.
So he ghosted the situation and moved on because he knew he shouldn't have messed with her in the first place.
Yeah.
And so more of the people got on him about why did you do that. It's like they were giving her a pass. Like, oh, it's okay that she messed with brothers or best friends or whatever, you know. And from my understanding, they were business. They did business. Even though they grew up together in that group, and it still was just business. They weren't close.
Yeah, right.
So,
yeah, there's a lot
I don't know.
Stuff
Could you
going
do
on.
that? I mean, what if he's like, you know, if you weren't married and it was your friend's man. Could you do that?
I don't think so.
And he's just pressuring you. He's bribing you. What if he had money for you? You still wouldn't?
Not at this age, no.
I'm not.
No.
They're in their 30s.
She a mooch.
Right.
Ricky said she a mooch.
Yeah,
Is she a
was.
mooch, Rick?
Yeah, she was.
And
whoa.
Is she? Well, hey,
I mean,
that's what
he was looking at it like, it ain't no fun if the homies can't have none.
That's what he's.
No, that ain't what he said.
Girl.
But I'm just saying that's how men usually look at it. Like they can take samples all day, but
when you do
you're
it to,
gonna get it. You're gonna get the backlash more than the men will, right? That's how it usually goes. The men are the ones that get the pass, right?
Ricky a mess.
Hey, LaRoyce. She was beefing with his baby moms that's already wasn't gonna work. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, Moniece. Was she beefing with Moniece a lot?
Yeah. So she was beefing with Moniece, with Lil Fizz's baby mom. But she just seems as though she was like, it seems, I don't ever know of him ever even like them being an item. It seemed like she just
got pregnant and that was
right?
it. But she just had a baby again, didn't she?
No. I don't know
Somebody
if her
had
having no baby.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know of her having no baby, but she's bounced around too. I don't know. Maybe that's just, is that a California thing? I don't know.
Girl,
I'm saying
it's a celebrity
California,
thing.
a celebrity thing far as it's so small.
That they, because
in California, they bump into each other. They date the same people. It's a small industry in California. They get work out there for work. They get lonely.
Right.
They just start messing around.
Probably so.
That's what it seemed like.
Yeah, you never know.
Well, today's podcast was sponsored by Lena Beans Organic Plus. You can get her at www.lenasbodybutterplus.com.
And sponsored by Cashmere Luxe Hair Salon, where you can get all your hair growth oils, hair growth products to grow your lovely hair and extensions. It is www.cashmereluxehairsalon.com.
And also waist shapers, fitness wear, www.bossedupbeauty.com.
Thank you and have a great evening.
Bye, Meet the Shoe.
I'm in the right direction. I'm into this ocean. Traveling in slow motion. Paddling with the question.